Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Linebacker.
What? She's not even there yet. Yeah, we gotta tell Cece happy birthday when she gets in here.
Miss
Luckily.
McClellan.
What's up?
How on oath did that bring my grade up 22 points?
Probably because it was a major writing assignment.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I don't know what you had on your other writing assignments, but that's the most
I do
heavily
pretty
weighted
good.
category.
Yeah.
So it definitely counts for a lot.
Yeah, I did.
Um, that was the nature writing.
Just man, that was.
Yeah, the song explication. Let's see, who have we got here? Getting too many notifications to deal with that. Randall is here in person. All right, so we're waiting on birthday girl. Here she comes. And Zane. Okay. Happy birthday, Cece!
Baby.
Happy birthday, Cece. Yeah.
Sweetie. You need some money for your birthday, baby?
Hi, Randall.
What's up?
You look very 70s.
Thank you. I tried. I really did try. Like, very hard.
Yeah, she's doing like a 70s birthday theme. Yeah.
Because I'm turning 17.
All right. I don't see Zane. He's our only one. But that's okay. I'll go ahead and mark him absent, and if he shows up, I'll change it. Okay. So, guys, today I'm going to give you a new creative writing assignment. Oh, here he comes. Here's Zane. Let's go fix that. Oh, not him. Not him. Not her. Come on. There we go. You're going to have a new creative writing assignment, and I'm trying to decide. There's not much difference in the weighting between tests and writing assignments, but I may use this as a test grade just because we haven't had a test grade this quarter. Maybe, or I might do something next week that I use as a test grade because I haven't planned out my whole next week yet. But let me kind of walk you guys through it. I'll share my screen with y'all. It is called Original Realist slash Naturalist Story. I don't know if I'm showing you this, like it's on your canvas, but so you're going to be writing your own original short story, and there isn't any criteria as far as plot, character, setting, that kind of thing, but you should be using at least 3 of the characteristics of realist slash naturalist literature in your story. And keep in mind, realism and naturalism are basically the same thing. Naturalism is sort of like an offshoot of realism, but for our purposes in class, we're kind of using them interchangeably. So you can always look back at the notes for examples of what those characteristics are, but I listed a bunch here for easy reference so that you can kind of focus in on 3 and decide what you want to use. So we have an objective narrator. It's usually written about normal Americans, not like, I don't know. I don't know who would be an abnormal American, but just like salt of the earth, normal, common people. Showed the harsh realities of life. It was rather pessimistic with the intent to inspire change. Like, for instance, the thing that we read yesterday about the lynching, like that's definitely pessimistic. But I think you can tell it was meant to inspire change because in the beginning they were like, oh, I'd love to see a lynching. And the guy was like, no, you really wouldn't. Like, it's terrible. So kind of trying to change those attitudes. Fact is more important than emotions in realist literature. The authors are trying to use natural language, like not trying to be fancy, just write like you would talk. It argues that life is dictated by forces beyond our control, like your environment, your heredity, chance. Basically, it's like the opposite of free will. Things are predetermined. It focuses on social issues. It depicts the struggle. Oh, here comes Zane again. I didn't realize we had lost him. Depicts the struggle that man has to adapt to his environment. You'll definitely see that in some stuff coming up that we're going to read. It emphasizes the inevitability of death. Very fun, very happy. There's oftentimes a plot twist at the end. Some common themes are survival, violence, and the taboo, or like things we're not supposed to talk about. Exercising free will is a futile attempt because, like I said before, we don't really have free will. That's what they believe. It reveals truth and portrays ugliness and cruelty. It's not trying to romanticize life. It's not trying to sugarcoat stuff. The views of life that are portrayed are from all races, classes, and genders. The characters are often poorly educated or lower class. That's kind of the same thing as, writing about normal Americans, like common people. It avoids sensational, overly dramatic elements. This is probably not something where you're going to have like a whole lot of, supernatural or any kind of like gothic elements. Probably it's going to be a lot more toned down and realistic than that. The tone is often comic, satirical, or matter of fact, and there's oftentimes a regionalist setting. So like we talked about how Mark Twain wrote about Mississippi a lot because he was from there. We are going to look at an author who writes about New York a lot. She was from there, so she understood kind of the social climate there. It would make total sense if you guys set a story in South Carolina, particularly in Charleston, or if you kind of grew up somewhere else, to set it there. You don't have to do that. You certainly, it would be hard to achieve all of these things in one story, but you're just kind of focusing on 3. And then at the bottom of your story, you should write a short paragraph explaining what 3 realist elements you used and how the reader should be able to detect that. And by short paragraph, I mean that can literally be 3 sentences. You'd be like, I used a regionalist setting because I set my story in Charleston and that's where I'm from. And that can be one of your things. So your story should be at least 2 pages, double spaced, 11, 12 point font. That's really not that long if you're double spacing. I don't have a word count on it, but that's not very long. I don't know. I don't really know how long 2 pages would be, but just like roughly 2 pages. I'll look and see what 2 pages looks like, how many words it is. But like I said, you're not trying to accomplish all 3 of these things. You're trying to find 3. So like it would be pretty easy to write like a story set in Charleston or in South Carolina that has an objective narrator and shows something about like the harsh realities of life. And then you've used 3. Those aren't the 3 you have to use. You can choose, but that'd be pretty easy. Let me real quick see roughly how many words 2 pages is. 2 pages. I just did 2 pages of double spaced text and it was like 735 words. Yeah. So that's what we're.
That's a whole page right there.
Yeah, like this, a page.
Oh, you just want that?
Yeah.
I can give you that.
Yeah, you can give me that. Where's my word count?
Say the whole thing.
A page of double spaced text is about 370 words.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. And you can include your little paragraph in those 2 pages. So I'm gonna pretty much just give you guys today to start working on this. If you guys want to stay and ask me questions, run ideas by me, I'll be on this call until the end of class. But just let me know. If you want to leave and work on this independently, you can. But I also forgot to mention just now, this is due next Friday. So we've got over a week to work on it. And I will probably dedicate another class period next week specifically to letting y'all work on this. Sound good?
Yeah. Quick question.
Yeah.
If you have a C and this is a test grade, what will that C be to?
There's no real way to know that because it would depend on
You like have 1-0.
what?
If you got like 1-0 and you're at a C, what will that test grade be to?
I don't know. I'm not good enough at math to just figure that out.
Where-
I'd have to like put it in the grade book and figure it out.
Hey, Miss McClellan.
Hey.
What's it called? The reason I was late for class, I was taking a test for Mr. Johnson in biology,
Oh,
and that's yes, ma'am. I was supposed to email you, but I was in the middle of the test, so I couldn't like leave the test and
yeah. No,
email.
that makes sense. I'll go back and fix your attendance.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Let me know.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Bye, Miss McCollum.
Bye. I hope you have a good birthday.
Thank you.
All right. Well.